Good morning. I'm waiting for there it is. Good morning. Welcome to the studio at Two Girls Treasure. I'm Diane Pruitt. We're coming to you live from Florence, South Carolina for our pop art series. We have a collection of products that we're going to create in the old vintage pop art fashion. Yes, we are using comic book pages that were tattered, torn, and getting ready to be tossed. But we try not to toss things that can be reused and made absolutely beautiful again. So, yesterday afternoon, while the girls were doing their production work in the studio, I added the hardware to two and a half of these trays. I'm using different hardware. I think it looks kind of gothic and I like it, but it's not all the same color. It's all different. And I kind of think it all needs to be black. So I got out our midnight because we're going to need this anyway for highlighter on our furniture. This needs a coat of clear before we pour our resin on it. So I'm going to add the hardware. We're going to put some clear on here, maybe throw some midnight on all three sets of these handles real quick. And what I really want to get to today is our jewelry chest. Nothing has better lines to match our collection than this little jewelry chest. Four drawers, no handles. Of course, there's no handles. Um, they're here. We have them. But we can colorize this and make it look pow, bam, pop art beautiful with our Rethunk Junk Paint by Laura. So let's get started. I put you in a different place on the studio table so that you would get a super cool visual of where we are with everything we're doing. Let me move the paint out of the way. Little bit of glue stuck on the table. We did a studio session yesterday with Miss Cindy. You want to see her lamp? She did a great job. It's still in progress, but let me show you her seashell lamp. We're building that from scratch. We're building that from scratch. When we get done, I'll show you all of the participles that are involved. Now, I wonder if I can turn you. Let's see if I can turn the camera so you get a much better angle. I hope that works for you. Now, I'm not going to be able to see you, but you'll be able to see what we're working on. And I like that about this angle. So first things first, let's grab the Tough Top and let's seal this piece. We want to seal it before we put our resin on it, just because it will adhere a little bit better. We don't want the resin soaking into the fibers of this comic book paper because it will. So let's give it a good coat of Tough Top. We'll just throw some on there and done. A little too much. Squeeze it like a fresh lemon because it's lemonade season. There we go. Let's let that dry. We'll put that out of the way and we'll set that there. I can't wait to get to that. Let's cap that Tough Top so I don't knock it over. And we'll move that out of the way. We'll grab our midnight and I'm going to grab a smaller brush. We're just going to throw some midnight on these handles. We might come back with some pewter. These handles look pretty cool. I almost don't want to paint them, but I want a little bit more uniformity with our collection, even though all of these handles are going to be different. And all of them are super gothic, just like they would be in Batman. What's your favorite old comic? Your favorite old cartoon? Not Bugs Bunny. Like, I mean, superhero save the world. We thought we were safe. Superhero. Clearly mine's Batman. Mine is Batman. Always probably will be. Superman was fantastic. The originals, crazy awesome. Like, for them to have made those cartoons when they did and have all the changes, I really enjoyed that. Look, we even have ads on the back. I love those. Kids, make money in the summer. Call this number. Don't call this number. Free Marvel Comics. Look, Cookie Crisp. Chocolate chip Cookie Crisp cereal. Who ate that? These pages are from the 80s, obviously, if they're advertising Cookie Crisp. And I'm an 80s girl, so yeah, there we go. All right, and then the last one, oh, the first one. The first one's the one that did not have the second handle on it. Has the holes drilled. I'm going to pour some water in there to keep my brushes from drying out. Let's get to getting. I can't wait to do this. All right, we're going to save the black because we're going to need that in just a minute. Let's dump those drawers, all 4 of them, and we'll put them together. They're not going to stand straight because they've got a little extra on the back here, but that's okay. I am really inclined for Bluebird on the body of this. And we've already prepped this, so we're just going to go for it. We're just going to go for it here. Bluebird on the body. This is such a great color. So if you're just coming in, thank you, thank you. I truly appreciate you. We're getting pretty close to our mark that we're trying to get to with YouTube. So if you would be so kind when you come in today, please like and subscribe. If you're inclined to share, that would be superb. We have a goal to reach with YouTube so that we can continue to bring you free tutorials and still make a living. We need to make a living. We're not going to make our whole living on YouTube. We're not that fanatical, but we need to make a little bit to pay for the studio time. And if you are local and you would like to book some studio time, let's do it. Pick a project, pick a material you would like to learn how to work with, and we'll do it. This week, we taught decoupage on frames. Not really difficult. It takes a little bit of manipulation, but if you've never done it and you don't know where to start, and you like that one-on-one guidance, we give that. We do give that. What do you think about this Bluebird? I think that's fantastic. I love it. Love it. And I can't lay it down this time. I can lay it on its back, but that doesn't do me a whole lot of good. So we'll just stand it up and I'll paint it straight up. So for the comic book connoisseur who loves the vintage, this bedroom set will be classic. I don't know if I'm going to do a bed. I don't think so. We were at the dressing table, the serving trays, which could double as a vanity tray, and this jewelry chest. I shouldn't call it a box because it's straight up and down a chest. So let's let that Bluebird dry before we go another coat on there. That looks so good. Yes. Now, for the drawers. My lid's right here. I'm really digging on the rustic clay and the marigold together. Rustic clay, marigold, and I love the way they fit with the bluebird. And I think what we'll do is a surround sound. Now, because it's pop art, I want solid, clean lines. This is the top drawer, and we'll work our way down. But I think we need to, maybe every other drawer. I don't know. What do you think? What would you do? Decisions need to be made. Paint is going on a brush. I like it. I'm going to do this top edge right here. I'm going to make sure my edges on the side are nice and smooth. No drips, no runs. That looks great. All right, top drawer, bottom drawer. Let's do that. Top drawer, bottom drawer. By the time we get these done, no drips, no runs, our bluebird will be ready for the second coat. I love it. No drips, no runs. There we go. All right, we'll chunk that back in the water, cap it, and move it out of the way. Let's do these two center drawers in our marigold. Not just for fall projects anymore. All of a sudden, you love the old cartoons, the old comics, and you want to do something with your pieces. We ship nationwide. We do ship internationally to most locations. If you're not sure, check with me. Give me a ring, send me a message. We're here Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. We are closed on Sunday. I might answer the phone so I can chat with you for a quick minute to let you know we're closed and that we will be open on Monday through Saturday from 8 till 6. You can shop us online anytime at twogirlstreasure.com. We have a full line of Rethunk Junk Paint products, Iron Orchid Designs. We have a lot of Pentart products. We have Decoupage Queen. So cute. We have a lot of woodcraft that we prepare in-house. So if you're looking for made in America, yeah, we have that here. We just added some 3-inch by 3-inch wood blocks to our collection. Check those out. We cut and painted a lot of them. So they are available for your, if you're a crafter, I know you're getting ready for the holidays. Hit me up because we do offer bulk purchase. We do. And one good coat of marigold. I am so guilty of wanting to cover everything in one coat sometimes. I get really excited and I'm ready to rock it out, but let's not cover anything in one coat. Let's make sure we give it 2 good coats so that it's got some solid tone. Cap that, move it out of the way. Let's get back to the bluebird. It's dry. All the way around, it's dry. It's ready for the next coat. Little ridge right there on the top edge. We want to smooth that out. Rub it off so we've got Want to paint the back too. And yes, we're going to do the bottom. Yes, we are. But you can only paint so much at one time. So let's do it again. We'll go from the side to the top and from the top to the other side, and then we will let it dry. And we can actually, when we finish, we'll seal this after we put our comics on there. We'll seal this, and then when we get ready to do our resin pour on our tray, we can actually resin pour over this. And I might do it just so the whole collection has the same look, because I really like the look. And we will, it'll be a forever kind of thing. This will be a vintage pop art collection for ages. You can pass this down. Teach your kids about comics and cartoons so that they grow up with a good life. Don't deny them all the goodness that we grew up with. Let them have it, mamas. Teach them about those superhero people that we loved so well. And nobody cannot love the Hulk. He's large, he's green, he crushes things like instantly. That's going to look super. Tell you what, we could on this turn. Let me see if I can grab that paintbrush back out. That's rustic. That's marigold. That's bluebird. Let's grab the bluebird paintbrush back out. Let me tamp off some water. Let's go ahead and hit the back of it while we're right here. Super cute little solid wood jewelry chest. Literally looks like a chest of drawers. Nice and square lines, so it's perfect for our mid-century finish, because mid-century and comics are a real thing. But the clean straight lines always give you the best look. I love that color. All right, we'll let that rest for just a minute. We'll cap the bluebird. The drawers are almost dry, so we're going to let that sit for just a sec. Let's grab our tray and our midnight. Let's hit these handles one more time and make sure we've got them covered really well with a nice good coat of midnight. This is Rethunk Junk Paint by Laura. Which we exclusively sell and use. Now, I didn't put my apron on today, so I need to be careful because I'll end up with this all over me. I've put a lot of paint on my clothes lately. That promo ad you see is real. I got a brand new white t-shirt that now has paint all over it. All right, I'm going to set this over to dry. On the other side, let's grab this. I really love these handles. These look super. Yes, you can paint metal, glass, plastic, of course wood. The cool thing about Rethunk Junk paint is that it does not chalk or fade. It's not a chalk-based paint. It is a water-based paint, but it has this resin additive, which makes it not fade. So, like, you can paint your front door. It's not going to fade. You can paint your outdoor chairs. It's not going to fade. It's not going to fade. It's going to look awesome. All right, let's let that one. We'll stack them to dry. One more. This is the one that I've got to do the other handle. I drilled the holes, and I have this handle, and the tough top is still drying. It'll be a little while. It's really humid today. Humidity always, always, always plays a factor, no matter whose paint you're using. Humidity always plays a factor in your dry time. So you really need to let it be. It will dry. It will dry. Throw a fan on it if you need to. It will dry. This is already dry, so, well, it's mostly dry. I don't want to mess it up. We'll keep it at an angle. Now, in order for me to get the finish that I want, that comic book pop art look, we're painting this black. Midnight, if you will. This is one of the purest blacks on the market. It is not a charcoal gray. It is not a light black. It is not maybe black. It is all the way black, and it is called Midnight for a reason. So if you're looking for the perfect black paint, this is it. This is the perfect black color paint. Now I want to do an outline, but I don't want to do it yet. I'm going to do it with, I'll probably do the outlining with my brayer. I'll show you what I mean when we get there. And we're not there yet. We are just getting this series started. I'm so excited to do this work. Been waiting for a little while to get this dressing table in this studio, and here we are. Super excited. All right, one good coat of Midnight on the bottom, and we can let that dry. We've got the Bluebird drying, and now our drawers are ready for another coat. So we'll cap that, and we'll do it again. I love that I can round robin with this paint and get more done. By the time I get the other pieces painted, this one's ready to go again. I think I'm fixing to lose this paintbrush. It looks like it's going to come apart on me. Sweet. That second coat does a job. What's in the way? The light. Sorry. That's what I get for changing the angle of the camera today, isn't it? But we've had a lot of work going on the last few days. Cindy came in to do her lamp, which we are totally creating from scratch, and her vision. And I think it's coming out superb. Her vision, her seashells. We're providing superb support for her. And a little bit of studio time, and she's going to have a forever lamp. A beautiful lamp that will last she and her husband a lifetime. All right, now one more coat of marigold on these drawers. I hope I've been in camera all this time. All of a sudden, I feel like I have not. I feel like I've been outside the camera range. If I have, I'm really sorry. I had to move the tables to get the dressing table in the studio, and I reset our work tables for not only the camera angle, but uh, not for the camera angle. I reset the table so that we had the dressing table, and we had the studio sessions with Jessica and Cindy, and we've got 2 more coming this week. So I was trying to make everything fit. And if I've been out of camera angle this whole time, don't be mad at me. Please don't be mad at me. Don't tell me how disappointed you are in me. That will break my heart. Just tell me to do better. I will. I'll do better next time. Y'all, that looks so cool. All right, now paint aside. Cap this so it's out of the way. Now, you've seen me use this before, so let me get it out again and show you. Rethunk Gunk. This stuff is awesome. It's not in the light because the light's down here. Ta-da! Rethunk Gunk. This is our decoupage medium. This is what we use when we are doing these things so that we can cut, paste, and decoupage onto the surfaces the images that we want to use. So I'll set the drawers out of the way so we can take a look at the pages we have to play with. Fighting ships, I love that. I think we'll use that on the side. Don't worry. We lost a lot of those images. I love the eyeball. Rhodey. Nope. This way. Rhodey. We'll use that on the front. Holy moly. Defender saves nation. Yes. In our 250th year of independence, we need a defender to save our nation. All right. I'm excited about that too. Let's see. No, we'll make it. Use the rapid beating of your wings to slow our descent. That's it. Okay. That's a great piece. Maybe. Boom. We've got that. We can use that too. I made that. Muscles in 7 days. You can do it. Oh, we have the pals and the booms. We definitely need to use those. All right, let's see what else we have here. A special 1984 savings certificate. 2 titles for just $6. You can't buy a comic book for $6 now. You cannot. I don't think you can. I might be wrong. Defenders. We have Defenders. Let's go over here and look at the big pieces. We need some to go across the drawers. Those go up and down. That's fantastic. I think part of the cool thing about doing this is just simply rolling through and taking a look at the old cartoon images, comic book images. I just think they're the neatest thing. And I grew up with these. How about you? Did you grow up with comic books? Scenes of destruction on every hand. Oh, look, there's an Oreo. It's an Oreo ad, but it's kind of a game. Let's find something super cool. And then we'll decoupage them on to... Oh, I love that. Oh, cool. Nope, wait. We've got it right here. I love this. It's the sea heroine. Let's cut her out. And let's add her in. So we have one... I think I threw one of my pieces back. Let's find another piece. Oh, here's one. I love it. Help, help. Classic comic book. Yep, we'll take this one. All right, there's 2 drawers out of 4. And let's go ahead and put those on so we can see what they awesome look like. There we go. We need a little brush for our Rethunk Gunk. And we'll take this. And let's see how it fits. Right there. And let's see. Our hardware is going to go right here. I can feel the holes underneath it. So we might want to shift this. We're going to lose the help if we do that. So we'll put that in right there. Right down the middle. I like it. So what we'll do is just put some decoupage medium on right over the top of the paint. A nice coat. You don't want to skimp on this part. If you skimp on this part, your piece may not stick like it should. We'll wipe off where I dribbled and wipe off that bottom edge because we don't want it to stick on the bottom edge. Now I'm going to mist it. The comic book paper is great, but it is thick. So we'll mist it so it'll lay down where we want it. We'll lay the Help Children in. And we'll smooth that out. Lay it down. I'm going to grab a little strip of paper towel. We're going to tamp it dry. Smooth it down a little bit. And then we're going to add a little bit more decoupage medium. We're going to add our Rethunk Gunk right straight across the top of that because you want both sides covered. This seals it. And if it doesn't lay down, add more. And lay it back down. That did the job. Now we've got little bubbles because we've got the hardware holes right there. But let's let that dry. So cute. And then we'll cut the excess off. All right, and we have one more. I love this. So we'll do that at the bottom drawer. Let's do this at the top. Yet into the flood Marina dives, seeking to stem the putrid tide. Okay, stem that tide. Let's go ahead and coat this really well. Especially around the edges, y'all. Hit those edges. Make sure you've got a good coat. There you go. Make sure you've got a good coat of decoupage medium. I won't mist it so hard this time. Just enough. Make sure we get that verbiage in there and get as much of Marina in there as we can. Tamp it down. She's in. She is in the water. She is on the drawer. Why did I bother to paint it if I'm just going to cover it up? Well, we didn't know what pieces we were using. I did not study the book before we started today. I just simply started. I was trying to take care of some other work before I got back here in the studio. We took in a new load of old yesterday, so we have some inventory that we need to get done, and there's a lot of work outside the studio, but in the studio, some of the coolest stuff. All right, let's grab our Bluebird, and we want to, I really want this on one of the drawers. I do. And then we've got the booms and the pals. So we'll throw some of those in. We'll go right there. I think that'll work. So we'll cover the whole drawer, even though our piece is not going to cover the whole drawer. We're going to cover the whole drawer just for good measure. I'll spritz it. It's a little more pliable that way. We want that in. We want that in. We'll put a coat over the top of this, and then we're going to take one of these booms that's already cut out. And round off those corners. And we'll lay that in right there. Now, this was printed on an inkjet printer, so when I lay my decoupage medium on, I'm going to be real careful so that I don't smear the ink, even though it's super dry, been there for a while. You know how inkjets can be. The ink is going to smear. Boom. Boom. And we'll let that live. These pieces that are hanging over, once this all dries, we can take our sanding block and just cut those off, and it works super. And this one, we're just going to put the eyeball on. That's all we want. Just the eyeball. Why? I can't tell you. I don't know. Just because. Just because cartoon eyeballs, comic book eyeballs, are the coolest. We'll lay that in and lay a little bit of decoupage medium over the top of that so that it dries well. Tamp some of the water off. Make sure it's laying down flat. Superb. All right. Now, one of my favorite parts, the ads. And I'll tell you what I want to do. I want to wet my paintbrush, and we're going to come across, and we're just going to rip this. I want to clear that white space. Some of it's it'll tear on its own. The water really helps. Just like with decoupage paper, that water really helps to tear the paper where you want. You still have to be careful because it'll tear where you don't. And I think I'm going to tear right across here. We don't want anybody trying to order, so we're going to tear across that bottom edge. We're just going to have that little simple piece to go on the side. Right there. Right there at the top. Because this paper is thicker, I'm going to use a little bit more medium, a little bit more gunk right there. I really want to make sure I emphasize those edges so that it stays where we put it. So a little tamp around so it takes a little bit more material. Spritz it. And put it on there. Love that. And then we'll go again. Let's tamp the water off, flatten it out, and seal it up. Now, I don't really know what time it is, but I'm pretty sure I am over time for the day, but I'm okay with that. Having a blast. We're going to let that dry before we put anything else on it. Guess if I had that this way, y'all could see more, but it's in the way that way. How's that? There we go. Sorry, y'all. I guess my plan for the studio lights was not a great one. Digging it, though. That's going to look so good. All right, let's let that sit for just a minute. And we need another piece. We need one to go on the top and one to go on the other side. It is 9:43. Yeah, I might need to go. I've got a lot of inventory to do. And this next little section. Because I'm going to sit here and read the cartoons. Love it. All right. We have to be done. Somebody has to do the grown-up work. And since I'm here by myself, that's going to be me. Let me turn you. Try to be slow, gentle, easy. All right. So we have the hardware on our serving trays. We have the hardware painted midnight. We have the drawers painted in rustic clay and marigold, and the body painted in bluebird on our jewelry chest. And we have some decoupage, old comic book pages laid in, and I think those are going to look fantastic. We didn't even get to this yesterday, but we did do our color combination. We tip you a little bit. That's where my trays are drying. But there's our bluebird, our marigold, and our rustic clay. I think these are going to look outstanding, and we're going to make it look super vintage, super pop art. I know we're not going with the primary colors. I'm okay with that. I hope you are too. Thank you so much for being here with me this morning and entertaining my pop art series again today. Make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're this close to our goal with YouTube, and we need to get there so they give us a little bit of kickback, right? Just a little. And if you want follow-up photos to our projects we work on in the studio, well, make sure you hop over to Facebook or Instagram and give us a like and follow there, because that's where we post the still images and sometimes reels so that you can see what we're working on. And when we go from this to finished, you get to see what that looks like as well. I'm Diane Pruitt in the studio at Two Girls Treasure with our pop art series, comic books, vintage colors, rethunk junk paint, decoupage. It is a blast. You should be here. Book your studio session today. We'll have a lot of fun. I hope your day is absolutely beautiful. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. I will see you right back here tomorrow, and we probably better get to work on this beast, right? Bye, y'all.